You feel fine today. You walk, you work, you laugh, you plan next month and next year. But right now, as you are listening to me, there is a possibility that inside your head, a silent time bomb is slowly ticking. No pain, no warning, just quiet damage to your brain arteries, day after day, until one small clot, one small rupture, changes your life in 10 seconds. As a stroke and heart doctor in India, I have seen too many people walking around with this time bomb without knowing it. In this video, I want to show you how the time bomb is built, how to recognize it early, and most important, 7 practical stroke prevention tips you can start using today. Stay with me till the end. I promise you this will not be just theory. I will give you simple, realistic changes that fit Indian life, even if you have a busy desk job, family stress and limited time. Let us start with a simple picture. Imagine your brain arteries like small flexible pipes. Every minute, they carry blood full of oxygen and nutrients to your brain cells. Your brain is only about 2% of your body weight, but it uses around 20% of your oxygen. If those arteries become stiff, narrow or blocked, your brain cells suffocate within minutes. That is what we call a stroke. Now, most people think stroke comes suddenly from nowhere. They say, "Doctor, he was fine yesterday, how can this happen?" But in reality, for most patients, the time bomb was being built for 10, 15, even 20 years. The problem is silent. You feel normal, but your arteries are getting older, dirtier and weaker on the inside. So what builds this time bomb? Let me show you 7 hidden fuses that I see again and again in my clinic, and then I will give you 7 stroke prevention tips to cut those fuses before it is too late. Fuse number 1 is silent high blood pressure. This is the most dangerous one. In India, people are often busy, stressed and used to salty food. Blood pressure slowly creeps up to 140, 150, even 160 without any clear symptoms. You may feel only a little heaviness in the head, some tiredness, maybe a bit of irritability, and you blame it on work or age. But that high pressure is constantly hitting the delicate inner lining of your brain arteries, creating small tears. Your body tries to repair them, and in the process, it builds plaques and clots. This is like heating the time bomb every single day. Fuse number 2 is uncontrolled sugar and diabetes. High blood sugar is like acid for your blood vessels. It damages the wall, makes it easier for cholesterol to stick, and makes your blood thicker and more likely to clot. In India, we love sweets, white rice, refined flour and sweet tea. Over years, this combination turns normal arteries into fragile, narrow, sticky tubes. Fuse number 3 is smoking and any form of tobacco. Cigarettes, bidis, chewing tobacco, pan with tobacco, even vaping. Tobacco makes your blood more likely to clot, narrows your arteries and steals oxygen from your brain. I have seen patients in their 30s and 40s with major stroke where tobacco was the main driver. Fuse number 4 is cholesterol and belly fat. I am not talking only about weight. Even a person who looks normal on the outside can have dangerous fat in the blood and around the organs. This fat forms plaques in the arteries, like dirt inside a pipe. When a piece breaks off, it travels to the brain and blocks a vessel. That is an ischemic stroke. Fuse number 5 is long sitting and zero movement. Many of you work at a desk or travel long hours. You wake up, sit to eat, sit in transport, sit in the office, sit again at night with your phone or TV. Long sitting slows blood flow in your legs, encourages clots to form and keeps your metabolism weak. Even 1 hour of intense gym cannot fully cancel 10 hours of sitting. Fuse number 6 is poor sleep and chronic stress. Late nights, midnight scrolling, snoring, sleep apnea, worrying about money and family, constant deadlines. All of this keeps your nervous system in fight or flight mode and stops your blood pressure from dropping at night. Your arteries never get a chance to relax and repair. Fuse number 7 is ignoring warning signs. Many patients have mini strokes, called transient ischemic attacks, weeks or months before the big stroke. They may feel sudden weakness on one side, slurred speech, loss of vision in one eye, imbalance, or a severe sudden headache. The symptoms last for a few minutes and then disappear. They say, "Maybe I was tired." But each mini episode is like the time bomb ringing an alarm. Now that you understand the 7 fuses, let us talk about how to cut them. I will give you 7 stroke prevention tips you can start right now. Tip number 1. Know your numbers and check them regularly. Not just once a year at a camp, but regularly at home. If you are over 35, buy a good digital blood pressure monitor. Check your blood pressure at least once or twice a week, at different times. Write the numbers down. If you see readings above 130/80 again and again, talk to your doctor. Do the same with fasting sugar and cholesterol at least once a year, more often if you already have problems. You cannot defuse a time bomb if you never look at the timer. Tip number 2. Train your salt and sugar taste. Many Indian dishes are delicious but overloaded with salt, sugar and refined carbs. You do not have to stop everything at once. Just start reducing. Take 1 teaspoon less salt in cooking, cut half the namkeen, half the pickle, half the biscuits with. Replace 1 sweet dish per day with fruit. Your taste buds adapt in 2 to 3 weeks. Less salt means lower blood pressure. Less sugar means better control of diabetes and less damage to your brain arteries. Tip number 3. Make movement non-negotiable. You do not need a fancy gym membership. What your arteries need is simple, at least 30 minutes of brisk walking most days, plus 2 or 3 minutes of movement every hour during the day. Set an alarm on your phone. Every 60 minutes, stand up, walk to fill your water bottle, climb a few stairs, stretch your calves. Think of it as cutting the sitting fuse. Your brain will receive fresh blood again and again instead of sitting in stagnation. Tip number 4. Protect your sleep like medicine. Aim for 7 hours on most nights. Keep a fixed sleep and wake time as much as possible. 1 hour before bed, switch off heavy screens, loud news and stressful work. Dim the lights, do some deep breathing, gentle stretches or a short prayer. If your partner says you snore loudly, stop breathing at night or wake up gasping, discuss a sleep test with your doctor. Treating sleep apnea dramatically reduces stroke risk. Tip number 5. Stop feeding the fire with tobacco. There is no safe level. If you smoke or chew tobacco, your brain arteries are already under attack. I know quitting is hard. But I have seen patients who stopped at 40 or 50 and still protected many years of brain health. Use support, nicotine replacement, counseling, apps, family. Every cigarette not smoked is one less spark near the time bomb. Tip number 6. Do not ignore the small warnings. If you have sudden weakness in the face, arm or leg, especially on one side, sudden trouble speaking or understanding, sudden loss of vision in one or both eyes, sudden imbalance or severe headache, do not wait. Do not sleep on it. Do not see if it gets better. Go to the emergency room immediately. In stroke, time is brain. Sometimes we can reverse the damage completely if you arrive early. Ignoring these signs is like hearing the time bomb tick faster and refusing to leave the room. Tip number 7. Build a yearly brain and artery checkup. Once a year, sit with your doctor and review your blood pressure, sugar, cholesterol, weight, family history and lifestyle. If you already have high risk, your doctor may advise an ultrasound of the neck arteries, an ECG or other tests. Do not be afraid of tests. Be afraid of silent damage that you never check. Let me share a story that still stays with me. Ravi is a 46-year-old software engineer from Hyderabad. He worked long hours, often at night, drank a lot of tea, ate outside food and never checked his blood pressure. He walked to his office every day and thought that was enough. One morning, while getting ready for work, his right arm suddenly felt weak and his words became strange for about 5 minutes. His wife wanted to go to the hospital, but he refused. He said, "I am fine now. Maybe my hand slept." 2 weeks later, he collapsed at his desk with a major stroke. When I met him, half his body was paralyzed and his speech was very difficult. His blood pressure was extremely high and his brain scan showed older silent damage as well. On the other hand, I remember Meena, a 52-year-old teacher. She also had high blood pressure and diabetes, but she came early. One day at school, she noticed that her mouth was drooping slightly and her words felt heavy. It lasted just 2 minutes. Her colleagues insisted she go to the hospital. She reached within 45 minutes. We found a small clot and treated her in time. She walked out of the hospital with no permanent disability. She then changed her routine, regular medicines, less salt, daily walking, early sleep and no more midnight phone. She cut the fuses before the bomb could explode. The difference between Ravi and Meena was not luck. It was awareness and action. Right now, I want you to imagine that your brain is watching this video with you. It is saying, please, do not wait for pain. Do not wait for a disaster. Make small changes while I still work well for you. So here is your homework. Tonight, after this video, take a pen and paper. Write down these 7 words in a column: pressure, sugar, salt, smoke, sit, sleep, signs. Next to each word, write what is happening in your life. Is your blood pressure checked? Is your sugar checked? How much salt and sugar do you eat? Do you use tobacco? How long do you sit? How many hours do you sleep? Have you ever had warning signs? Then choose just one fuse to cut this week. Maybe you start by checking your blood pressure and writing the numbers. Maybe you walk for 20 minutes every evening. Maybe you move your phone out of the bedroom and sleep earlier. Maybe you book an appointment with your doctor. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to move in the right direction, step by step. Every small action you take for stroke prevention is like turning back the timer on that time bomb inside your head. If this video opened your eyes, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with one person you love who may be carrying the same silent risk. Tell me in the comments which fuse you will cut first. And if you want more simple, science-based stroke prevention tips that fit real life in India, subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell. I am Dr. Heartwise. Thank you for giving your brain these minutes of attention today. Your brain has carried you through every memory, every idea, every problem you solved. It deserves protection, not just from medicine but from you.